Hi Year 4, it's Miss Grit here. We're going to read Chapter 4 of the Jungle Challenge, which is More Haste, Less Speed. Good reactions. Now hold tight. Give me a few seconds to help you out, the man behind him said, in a more relaxed manner. Omar stayed exactly where he was. He balanced on one foot and tried very hard indeed not to fall over. He didn't want to do anything that would upset the snake. From the corner of his eye, Omar saw a long stick move slowly towards the snake. When the snake attacks the stick, said the man, just walk backwards. Straight back, got it? Straight back, got it, Omar said. The snake was still staring at him with its yellow eyes. The stick got within a few centimetres of the snake's head. The snake suddenly struck at it in a blur of movement. Now, the man said. Omar flung himself backwards as he put as much distance between himself and the snake as possible. Something caught Omar's heel and he tripped. He landed on his back with a thud that knocked the breath out of him. But at least he was out of the bushes. He peered back quickly to see if there was anything bright green and scaly coming at him. But it had disappeared into the bushes, gone. Omar picked himself up and got his first look at the man. He had dark hair that was damp with sweat, like Omar's, but he still managed to look fresh and cheerful. Despite the heat, he wore a long-sleeved shirt and trousers, both made from a tough-looking material. He had a backpack, and he was leaning on a long, thick stick he had used on the snake. The canvas scabbard on his belt held a machete, a big knife with a wide, flat blade. "Who are you?" Omar asked. The man smiled. "I'm Bear. I'm going to guide you out of here," and that was a highly poisonous blue-templed viper. "Poisonous?" Omar exclaimed. "Highly poisonous. As a general rule, the more colourful a reptile is, the more likely it is to be dangerous. The colour is a warning to other animals, and that one, remember, was really bright green. Its venom would have turned your blood into a big lump of black pudding." Omar's mouth hung open. "There are poisonous snakes at camp. We've got to warn people. Someone could tread on one." "Well," Bear started to say, but Omar didn't stop to hear the rest. He hurried off in the opposite direction. "Hey, you need to slow down," Bear called after him. "You don't understand," Omar shouted. "These woods are full of kids." He stumbled as something caught his leg. A vine with thorns had wrapped around his knee. He had just walked into it without looking. Omar tried to tug his leg free, but it only seemed to get tighter. "Watch yourself, buddy," Bear began, but Omar wasn't listening. He pulled his leg out with an extra hard effort and scraped his shin. His bare skin glistened with sweat, and it made the scrape sting twice as hard. Omar ignored the pain and hurried on. The branches ahead seemed to be pushing him back. Thorns came straight at his face, and he flinched. He yelped as he saw a massive hairy spider the size of his hand right in front of him. Then finally he stopped. "Hey, take it steady," Bear said gently. "If you want to survive and get out of here alive, then listen to me and slow it all down. You're going to need your brains as well as your brawn, okay?" Omar followed reluctantly as Bear led the way carefully. Bear constantly poked his stick into the undergrowth, or prodded lumps on the ground. Everywhere Bear went, he held the stick out in front of him. "For a start," he said over his shoulder, "you always look where you're going every step of the way. We are always listening and observing, and we use the stick to go first so that if we upset something, it attacks the stick and not us. I'll cut one for you." Omar remembered how close he had got to the snake's fangs without noticing, and he shuddered. "Okay, maybe this guy does know what he's doing," he thought. After a few minutes, he came into the clearing. Bear turned to face Omar and smiled. "See?" He held his hands out. "More haste, less speed. Go steady and don't rush. That's the first rule of survival in a place like this. And for life, really." Omar screwed up his nose, puzzled. "What do you mean, survival? We're only—" Omar looked around him. He had been going to say they were only in the woods around camp. He was surrounded by trees and bushes, but they were very different to the woods he was thinking of. Bigger for a start, much bigger. Omar craned his head back. The trees had been 20 metres high or more. Up above, their thick branches tangled together and blocked out the sky, and every space on the tree trunks on the ground was filled with plants, thick, leafy vines wrapped around everything. His feet sank into the thick carpet of rotting leaves, and now he noticed that he noticed more things. There weren't just a few birds singing. The trees were alive, with hundreds of different birds and thousands of different insects. The air was so hot it was like trying to breathe with his head in a bath. Welcome to the jungle, Bear said. That's the end of chapter 4, year 4. So hopefully you have got enough information to do the things that are on the PowerPoint slide today. Bye.